I'm Andrew.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Brittany.
Elizabeth.
I'm Casey.
At this point in our lives, every person in this room has encountered a variety of experiences. Some of our experiences are the same. Some of them are different. But one thing is certain. Every individual experience has influenced us in some unique way. Before I go any further, I would like to share with you the sources I used to gather my information. I used gymnastics247.com, merriam-webster.com, positivityblog.com, and dictionary.reference.com, and boardofwisdom.com. My name is Mikinzi Kaliszewski, and I'm going to speak to you about 3 things I learned from doing competitive gymnastics. I've learned dedication, leadership skills, and how to handle myself under a great deal of pressure. It's like a total different world. It's your second family. We gymnasts spend more time in the gym than with our parents. Dedication, a devoting or setting aside for a particular purpose. I began doing gymnastics when I was just 5 years old. I practiced about 4 days a week for a few hours a day. While all my friends spent their extra time either outside or at the mall, I spent my time in the gym trying to perfect each and every one of my skills. By the time I reached middle school, I was training 6 days a week for 5 hours a day. So this was the point that I realized what dedication really meant. So when I decided to give up my gymnastics my junior year of high school, I decided to dedicate myself to other activities. For example, I joined FFA, multiple honor societies, and I dedicated a certain amount of time to schoolwork to ensure that I graduated in the top 10 of my class. As a result, I was accepted into Texas A&M, a long-term goal of mine. Now that I'm at Texas A&M, striving toward my future career, I'm thankful that gymnastics has taught me another important skill, leadership. Competing on a team, I've learned what it really means to be a leader. To me, a leader is one who is confident, trustworthy, honest, and reliable. In the sport of gymnastics, we sometimes forget about the performance of the team as a whole and get caught up in our own performance. Early on in my gymnastics career, if I were to fall off the balance beam or make a mistake on the uneven bars, I would immediately shut down. I would get upset and angry with myself, and I would just distance myself from the entire team. As I got older and matured, I realized that those actions not only affected me, but affected my team as a whole. I realized that I needed to be there for them, to cheer them on, and encourage them and reassure them that they could do it. I needed to lead by example. If I wanted my team to act and perform a certain way, I needed to act and perform that certain way. And I believe I believe people gain more respect for a leader who guides or directs the group instead of commanding and dictating. It is not always that simple, though. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy." This leads into the final lesson that I've learned. Competing in front of hundreds of people with almost all eyes on me, I've learned how to handle myself under a great deal of pressure. When we long for life without difficulties, remind us that oaks grow strong in contrary winds, and diamonds are made under pressure. Working under pressure is not always a terrible thing. In fact, most people say they work better under pressure. Although that might be true, it is always comforting to know how to deal with pressure when needed. I am thankful that my years of gymnastics have taught me exactly that. I remember this day almost perfectly in my head. I was the last of my teammates to compete on the balance beam. And as I was going through my routine in my head, my coach looked over at me and said, "You better stay on this balance beam." Talk about pressure. I wouldn't say that I face that kind of pressure every day in life, but moments like that have prepared me for when I might. So when I find myself overwhelmed with work or school, I just sit back, relax, take a breather, and reassure myself that I'm prepared for the task at hand. These 3 lessons that I've taken away from competitive gymnastics have really influenced me into the person I am today. Life is filled with various experiences that shape and influence our lives in their own unique way. Competitive gymnastics has taught me the true meaning of dedication, It has taught me leadership skills, and it has taught me how to handle myself under a great deal of pressure. Thank you.